begin.
Good evening. We are Safe and Superior Sports. My name is Holden Foshag.
My name is Dave Rainarelli.
I'm Tim Wong.
I'm Tom Falco. I'm John Spur.
Sports-related injuries are far too common in today's society. I just want to start off by asking this audience, how many of you have experienced some type of injury related to sports? That's far too many. Next slide. We are a group of entrepreneurs. We came together with a common interest of sports and helping society. Our location is in Syracuse, New York, and we operate with 15,000 employees currently. As you can see, there's a very common theme with the products that we do offer. They're all aimed at protecting our clients and providing the most innovative products out there. We have a list of our values right here. Just like our name says, we're very valued on safety first, offering superior products to the competition, being very involved in our community, whether it be with the professional sports team located centrally or the kids. We're all about that. And we are an American-made company and manufactured in this great land.
So as you can see, this is our first logo that we came up with as a group, and we didn't think that it really met the CRAP principles. We made the S large because we wanted to show dominance, but then the coloring we thought was pretty poor. The red makes the line stand out, so it kind of makes the company logo like having to do more with money, and that's not really what we want our customers to think of us as. Instead, we want to think of us as safe, so that was the first problem there. We also thought that the logo kind of got lost in the color because you can't really see the safety or superior due to because it's black and it's hard to see with the dark blue of the big S. There's repetition found here, but with the fonts, there's a lot of different fonts and sizes. So there's cursive, there's a big S, and then there's obviously the smaller ones. We thought that was kind of a problem because it wasn't really unifying, and it was kind of uneasy on the eyes. Moving on to alignment, the safety and superior kind of looks sloppy. It's just not really aligned perfectly because the S is kind of drawn sloppy as well. Also, the lines for that are found here again, the alignment of it is kind of messed up because it also puts emphasis on the money sign, and that's again not what we want to do as a company. And then finally, the proximity of this actual logo, we thought it was just too close together, and the spacing between the letters was not even, so we thought that was a poor logo. And now Tim's going to explain the second logo that we had.
So this is our second logo, and for contrast, the helmet stands out as one of our important factors of safety, but there's too much yellow, making it too bright and unappealing to look at. There's also black and gray in it, and it's hard to differentiate. For repetition, we have the same font and size. There's too many colors, making it visually uninteresting to look at. For alignment, as you can see, it's center aligned in the middle of the helmet. For proximity, there's not many visuals on the page, so it helps focus on the helmet. The spacing of the words are too close, making it seem like there's a lot of space on the bottom of the helmet. The helmet gives a good communication that we care about safety, as the helmet represents protection. But our main flaw is, helmet may be misinterpreted as our company only sells football equipment. And here's Tom to talk about our final logo.
All right, so here's our final logo, and we used what we learned from previous designs to make an appropriate logo that incorporates all the CRAP principles. For example, we got the idea to use the shield from the helmet, but John will go into that further later. Now, we chose these colors, one, because blue and orange are complementary colors, and two, because orange is a very attractive color and it's very stimulating to look at. And it's also associated with courage, and that's what we want our young athletes to have. And we wanted the S cubed to be orange instead of blue, because we want bright colors to be in small quantities. Now, we chose blue because blue is most associated with health, and health is our main aspect of our business. Now, you can see the repetition in the colors in the border and the and the S cubed, and repetition in the font. Fonts are the same with the S and the 3. And alignment, the S, you can see that the S cubed is centered in the shield, and the proximity of the S cubed to the border is perfect because it's not too close, nor is it too far away. Now here's John to explain the logo design principles.
Thanks, Tom. So Tom got into detail with the CRAP principles. I'm going to talk about the logo design principles. So there's 5 of them. They're simple, memorable, timeless, versatile, and appropriate. As you can see, our logo is pretty simple. There's minimal writing, so it makes it less confusing. We also use the font Garamond, which is pretty easy to read and understand, I would say. We obviously chose the colors blue and orange, making it pretty memorable because our headquarters are in Syracuse, so we feel that that does a good job of conveying to people and they'll remember that. We think that it is also timeless because a shield will be relevant regardless of the situation, regardless of the sports that we're dealing with or selling products with. So that's why we chose the shield. It won't have to be changed over time. We think our logo is versatile because the writing is pretty minimal and it can be resized fairly easily and put on a business card or a letterhead, etc. And we also feel as though it is appropriate because our main value is safety and we use the shield. So that does a good job of expressing that. We toyed around with the idea of putting bats in the background of our design, but we ultimately decided against that because that would have been too specific to one sport. So as you can see, we've come a pretty far way, and I think that this is a good design that will help us sell products in the future. Thank you, and does anybody have any questions?
Why did you go for that PowerPoint template?
Basically because the coloring of it was blue and orange, and we felt that that was going to be a good complement to our design, and it wasn't too confusing or anything like that, so that's why I went with it.
Did it come with the same color pattern? In other words, the colors were exactly that way in
We
the...
had to change the background of it a little bit. I think it started out as like a green or something, or we changed it to blue.
Okay.